From the controversial C-section scene in the premiere episode to the incestuous relationship between the Targaryen siblings, these are the House of the Dragon scenes that shocked fans. HBO's House of the Dragon has become one of the most watched series on television. The series follows the history of the Targaryens while they still ruled from the Iron Throne. While some fans weren't sure it could live up to the shock and gore of Game of Thrones, they have been pleasantly surprised by the amount of action we got in the first season. We've already had cremation by dragonfire, friendship and betrayal, dragon battles, brothels, and incest. It's everything fans dreamed of and more. The prequel series has been making waves with its shocking and gruesome scenes that have left fans reeling. The show has not shied away from pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable on television. Based on George R.R. Martin's book Fire and Blood, House of the Dragon is set 200 years before Game of Thrones, when dragons still ruled the skies and Targaryens sat on the Iron Throne. The series follows King Viserys I Targaryen, who rules over a time of peace, but questions about his succession threaten to send the realm into chaos. The show explores the Targaryen family's history, including their rise to power, their dragons, and their eventual downfall. The show has been praised for its character development, world building, and its ability to capture the essence of the original series. So let's dive right into the most shocking moments of the show. The first shocking moment, and definitely one of the most gruesome, was Queen Aemma's childbirth scene. Nobody really expected the intro to the series to be particularly shocking, but House of the Dragon didn't fail to impress. Barely halfway through the first episode, viewers were forced to watch the goriest, bloodiest childbirth scene ever filmed. Here's what happened. Queen Aemma, who's married to King Viserys, is heavily pregnant and close to childbirth in the first 20 minutes of the episode. King Viserys is desperate for a male child to be his heir and has seen one born to him in a dream. When Aemma struggles to give birth, Viserys is forced to choose between saving the child or saving the mother. He chooses to save the child, and the most graphic C-section is performed with medieval tools. It is so bloody and gruesome that some viewers couldn't even watch it. Aemma obviously dies during childbirth, and her newborn son is also lifeless. The scene has been controversial, with some viewers calling it gratuitous and others considering it a powerful scene. But that's exactly what the showrunners were aiming for. The next shocking moment on our list is the marriage between King Viserys and Lady Alicent Hightower. Grooming and incest are actually regularly reoccurring themes within the Game of Thrones universe, with House of the Dragon not falling far behind. When King Viserys loses his beloved Queen Aemma, or maybe not so beloved all things considered, Otto Hightower pressures his daughter Alicent to comfort the king in any way that she can. When the time comes to select a new wife, Viserys chooses Alicent. The mind-blowing thing about this is, Alicent is the same age as his daughter. Not only that, Alicent is also Rhaenyra's best friend. This sends both girls into a lifelong enmity that will only be solved with fire and blood. Later in the series, after the time jump, the age contrast between Alicent and Viserys is not only shocking, but downright off-putting. However, House of the Dragon isn't all politics and drama. It also features some incredible battle scenes. One such is the Crab Feeders battle. Only a few episodes into the first season, an epic battle takes place. In the Stepstones, a villain known as the Crab Feeder is causing chaos and tension among the lords in court. After a years-long war, Prince Daemon decides to take matters into his own hands and engage in an intense, action-packed, and gory battle scene. He successfully baits the Crab Feeder's army to attack with a dragon, resulting in a thrilling and heart-pumping fight. At the end of the episode, Daemon emerges victorious with the severed body of the Crab Feeder. This epic battle scene is sure to leave viewers on the edge of their seats, cheering for Daemon as he takes down the notorious villain and saves the day. And speaking of Daemon Targaryen, like his brother Viserys, he has an inappropriate relationship of his own. Only this one isn't just predatory, it's incestuous, as is the custom with the Targaryen family. It all started when Daemon took Rhaenyra, his niece, with him to a brothel and attempted to make love to her there. The scene was quite steamy and passionate. This particular scene caused an uproar on social media as fans watched aghast. This relationship became official after the time jump, when Daemon and Rhaenyra married to secure their claim to the throne. But Daemon isn't the only lover Rhaenyra took on. She also had a short-lived love affair with her personal guard, Ser Criston Cole. The shocking moment came after he confessed his feelings for her and she rejected him. When she got married to Ser Laenor, who was queer and had a lover, Criston threw a fit and brutally murdered Ser Laenor's lover at the ceremony. It was a bloody killing, very much resembling the fate of Pedro Pascal's character on Game of Thrones. It was absolutely brutal. The next moment we want to talk about isn't necessarily shocking. It was more of a female empowerment moment. The second episode of Season 1 may be titled The Rogue Prince, but it's actually Princess Rhaenyra who steals the show and enchants the audience. When Prince Daemon is cast out and flees to Dragonstone, he schemes and sends his men back to King's Landing to steal a dragon egg. The egg he steals is the one meant for the deceased heir, Prince Balon, which triggers the king's outrage. Ser Otto Hightower is sent along with some soldiers to retrieve the egg, but he fails miserably in his attempts to persuade Daemon to give back the stolen egg. Matters are about to turn nasty, until Rhaenyra heroically swoops in on her dragon Syrax, and diplomatically and firmly diffuses the matter. She reminds her uncle that she is the heir and that he would need to kill her to replace her in the line of succession to the throne. This is a real statement of intent for the young princess, as Rhaenyra gets to spread her wings. We also get the first glimpse of her beginning to live up to her title as the future leader of the Seven Kingdoms. Needless to say, the whole thing was enough to give us chills. But back to the goriest parts of the show. An amazing sequence in Season 1 was when King Viserys' son Aemon took the dragon that used to belong to his aunt. The issue with this is that his cousin was going to try to claim it as her own. So when he is confronted by his cousins, a violent fight breaks out. The fight gets to the point where his cousin retrieves his knife and slashes Aemon, and his eye is completely cut out. Not only is the scene brutal, but it leads to an extremely dramatic confrontation between their mothers, Alicent and Rhaenyra. Heightened by their already existing feelings of resentment and betrayal, the two women face off in what would have been an epic fight had King Viserys' guard not intervened. The gore, high stakes, and tension in this scene in particular make it one of the most shocking scenes fans have seen to date from House of the Dragon. It was worthy of awards for performance and cinematography. House of the Dragon has been a thrilling and shocking ride for fans of the A Song of Ice and Fire franchise. The show has not shied away from spectacle and has delivered some truly awesome moments. Overall, House of the Dragon has delivered some truly shocking moments that have left fans eagerly anticipating what's to come in future seasons. So, from intense battle scenes to powerful character moments, these were House of the Dragon scenes that shocked fans.